Hey everyone, this is Relics,
And I'm Nagatron.
and we're watching round 5 of the World of Tanks Classic League Season 1 on Lakeville with Relic Armored, Laws as Wanderers versus Crazy Suicidal KillerZ. So let's get it going. Alright, starting out here with Laws as Wanderers, we're running with a 50B 3 IS-7s, a Moss, 2 E50s for mediums, a T30 TD, and a GWE for artillery, and a VK 2801 for their scouting. That's an interesting scout choice there.
Crazy Suicidal, an E100, an IS-7, 2 Mouse, 3 T110s, a T92, and a Lorraine.
And you can see Relic pushing their 2E50s straight up the middle hard and fast here, so they definitely want to get control of that. Leaving one Moss back on defense. I'd imagine with them only having one artillery, they're going to try to do a hard push through that city.
Well, given the fact E50s haven't seen much besides that Lorraine, there's pretty good odds that they're actually running a swap rush.
Yeah, and that middle, that VK 2801's not seeing anything either. I think you're probably right. And the other tanks that Relic has is really far in that east there. If they have some good momentum getting up in that swamp, they could do a lot of damage. There's an IS-7 pushing over. Yeah.
I would imagine we'll see 3 T110s along with them. Other than that, maybe the E100, but I would definitely leave both Mouse back at the cap, if not both Mouse and the E100. Oh, no, there is the 100. What is coming?
Yeah, so there's at least 4 tanks, including an E100 in the push. Interesting. Relic already bringing back all of their heavy tanks that were running in the east, straight back to base. And that VK 2801 is seeing if there's anything else up in the north. Looks like there's just one tank. I'd imagine that's one of the Moss. I'd probably be a little careful poking over here. That T92 could probably still splash them right on that edge there. And here we are with a slow hold again on this side. Meanwhile, every tank is now over here. And unfortunately for Crazy Suicidal KillerZ, there's no real backing out of this at this point. They could try going back over the hill, but they'll just be taking shots in the back while they're moving slowly through the swamp. Nice
At this
little...
point, Relic consider moving some of their tanks up the middle, or at least on them back so that they're actually against the hill. Where they are right now, stacked as they are, T92 in the right position could effectively splash 3-4 tanks.
It looks like they're just waiting and seeing if they'll do the push. Well, they're pulling some tanks back. And Relic may be putting the pressure on here on that corner. Looks like they're deciding to put everything into that push there. They probably could have kept pulling that 50B back. I think all these tanks would have had it. Although I suppose Crazy Suicide Killers do have more meat than them, so maybe they were a little bit worried about that coming around the corner.
Anything you can do to create a mismatch is typically a good call. That way, once they're done with these guys in the valley, they can bring all of their tanks on top of what remains and be very secure in their ability to clean up what's left.
Ooh, and they're getting knocked out pretty quick here. Well, there's just the 2 mice and the E100 and a T92 back there on defense now. So this is definitely going to Relic at this point. You may not know this, but I actually knew Lazarus from a couple years ago. He,
Really?
yeah, we actually met at a con, and the guy actually liked me so much he started stalking me. It was
all the way to the game, huh?
Yeah, it was really awkward. And then he ended up making this clan, Relic, and he actually misspelled it. It was supposed to be Relic Armoured Division, because he loves me so much. And then he just, added in the extra letters. Just a little fun fact.
Makes total sense.
I know, right? And here we are starting to clean up here. Looks like the 50B is going right back for artillery. E100 tried to get a shot off to stop him from getting down there, but at this point it's not going to matter. Oh, Relic did a great job of moving their forces around. I think Crazy Suicidal KillerZ should have gone through the city with all that meat instead of pushing through the swamp there. They had stuff a little bit too slow to move through there, and that choke point when you're getting down to the south side is just awful. If you can get over it, and if you're doing a push to the north through the swamp, it seems like that's a lot more effective. You have a lot more room to work as soon as you get over that hill. Alright, well, great game, guys. Grats to Relic.